Okay, I'm not quite clear if we are on air. Okay, we are on air. Good morning to all of you. And in case you notice, we have a new setup here. We're kind of just changing things around, trying to improve our motions. But for now, let's get on with the program. It's April 23, Thursday, April 23, 2020. I keep repeating this every morning because a lot of my friends seem to have lost track of dates and days. In any case, today is going to be a big day. In fact, a lot of people are calling out for prayers, calling out for everyone to pray for the president, President Rodrigo Duterte in particular, because today is the day he's supposed to announce whether there will be a continued community quarantine in Luzon or whether there will be a conditional lifting of the ECQ. In any case, we'll find out more about that as the day progresses, and One News PH and TV5 and Signal will do all our best to bring you the latest. Now, for today's headlines, the COVID 19 curve in the Philippines is almost reaching a plateau. That's good news. With this, Health Secretary Francisco Duque is hopeful that we will soon see a downtrend. Duque said metrics like death rate is down, the doubling rate, or the rate at which the number of cases double, is also taking longer. Last April 5, the country had 3,000 cases. It only doubled to 6,000 by April 19th. That's 10 days later than the first expected date. While we have yet to actually flatten the curve, Duque said that all these are welcome developments in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Next up, both the upper and lower chamber of Congress will shelve pending bills and shift their focus on creating laws to help the country stop COVID-19. Senate Majority Leader Juan Miguel Zubiri said the Senate and the House are both expected to resume on the 4th of May. Both legislators from the upper and lower chambers have said that a teleconference or online session is among their options. Meanwhile, the Transportation Department is looking at the possibility of resuming the operations of buses and trains, but only at a 30% capacity. If ever, social distancing will still be strictly implemented in public transport. Among the railways included in the reopening proposal are LRT Line 1, LRT Line 2, MRT 3, and the Philippine National Railways trains. However, Transport Secretary Arthur Tugade says the proposal is still subject to the approval of the Interagency Task Force, or IATF. On the education side, Commission on Higher Education Chairman Prospero de Vera III says that it is irresponsible to recommend a nationwide suspension of classes until December. De Vera says any decision must first take into account the situation and data on the ground. He explains that some areas have no confirmed cases of COVID-19. Last Tuesday, University of the Philippines Resilience Institute Director Dr. Mahar Lagmay suggested to suspend classes nationwide to minimize the transmission of the coronavirus. In other news, the Philippines, led by Foreign Affairs Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin, has filed two diplomatic protests against China. The protests are for pointing a radar gun at a Philippine Navy ship and declaring a Philippine territory as part of Hainan province in violation of international law and Philippine sovereignty. Former Foreign Affairs Chief Albert Del Rosario has previously urged the government to protest China's establishment of parcel and Spratly districts while the world grapples with COVID-19 pandemic. And that's most of the new headlines of the Philippine Star today. And now we will move on to our next segment. We'll bring in our news correspondent, Greg Gregorio of TV5. Greg, good morning.
Good morning, Sito.
How's everything? Where exactly are you? Judging from your background, it looks like Ilocos, but I know you can't get out of Metro Manila, so that must be somewhere nearby.
Yes, Sito, we are here in Marikina City. Behind me is their what they call Big Clock. It's actually near their sports complex and just nearby the Amang Rodriguez Memorial Medical Center.
Okay, now how's everything there in Marikina? I just saw someone walk past you, behind you. Is this the common sight, or are people really shut down? I heard the mayor of Marikina is really biting down, clamping down on the pasaway or people wandering about. What's the situation as far as ECQ compliance is concerned?
Yes, Sito, the ECQ is strictly implemented here in Marikina City. In fact, yesterday we've seen five individuals who were apprehended because of the violation of not wearing face masks when they're outside their home, and those who are outside without even having essential things to do. Katulad nga ng isa sa kanila isang security guard na nagtatrabaho sa Cainta. Pauwi lang daw siya ng Quezon City, dumaan siya dito sa Marikina, but apparently nagpahinga siya tapos nakita siya ng mga otoridad na wala siyang face mask. Isa yon sa mga ipinagbabawal, yung hindi pagsusuot ng face mask sa labas ng bahay kung may mga essential works. Dahil ito namang lalaking ito ay security guard, siya naman ay pinapayagan na nasa labas ng bahay. Yun nga lang naaktuhan siya na walang suot na face mask. Kaya siya isa sa mga hinuli kahapon. Isinailalim lang siya sa ilang oras na parang seminar. After that, pinauwi din naman siya dahil with consideration, dahil nga naman siya iuuwi lamang sa kanila. At bahagi ng ordinansa din kasi ng Marikina na pag first offense, parang seminar lamang at second offense yung meron ng penalty costing 5,000 pesos. Sito?
Well, at least magandang madinig yan, Greg, kasi may mga nakikita tayo sa mga newscast na hinihila na lang. And what worries people is, it's good to strictly implement the ECQ, pero pag medyo gumagamit na ng puwersa o dahas, there is it builds up into a public resentment, and that's exactly what's been happening in other countries where the police hit citizens, or they just basically pull them into jail. Ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng public resentment. So far, what is the mood of people? We're supposedly on our last week, exactly last week, until April 30. What is the mood of the people? Are they resigned to the rumors or presumption na may extend, or are they all praying na sana malift na?
Sito, yesterday we were able to talk to some residents of Marikina during the fourth wave of the distribution of their food packs. Yung ilan sa mga residenteng nakausap natin, hindi na daw talaga nila alam kung paano na lang gagawin nila sa mga susunod na araw, particularly yung mga kakainin nila, kung magpatuloy pa itong pag-i-implement ng enhanced community quarantine sa Luzon, syempre including itong National Capital Region and Marikina. Sa ngayon daw kasi nakadepende lang talaga sila sa mga ayuda ng lokal na pamahalaan. Katulad ng isang nakausap natin, pamilya ni Judith de Mafelis, tatlong pamilya sila sa isang bahay, pero dahil community quarantine, hindi din sila nakakapasok sa trabaho. So no work, no pay daw sila. Si Judith ay nagtatrabaho sa isang BPO company. No work, no pay daw siya dahil walang mode of transportation. Hindi rin siya makapasok sa opisina at hindi rin naman din siya makakaalis ng bahay dahil wala daw magbabantay sa tatay niyang kalalabas lang sa ospital dahil na-stroke 3 linggo nang nakararaan. So yung ganitong sitwasyon ay isa lamang sa mukha ng mga dinaranas ng ating mga kababayan ngayong pinapatupad itong community quarantine. Sito?
Pero Greg, kakayanin ba ng Marikina? Because alam mo, based on the news and the tips we've been getting, it's going to be extended particularly here in the National Capital Region. Sabi mo na, at best, selective na lang. But as far as contamination is concerned, 95% of the cases are supposed to be in Metro Manila. And so the chances of an extension is greater. Now, kaya ba ng bayan ng Marikina na sustentuhan yung mga pamilyang yan, suportahan, or are there other solutions on the ground?
Sito, I was able to ask the same thing kay kay Marikina Mayor Marcelino Teodoro kahapon kung hanggang kailan kaya ng Marikina LGU na bigyan ng ayuda itong mga residente nila. According to Mayor Teodoro, meron daw silang isinagawang resource management analysis. At base daw dito, kaya pa daw ng budget nilang tumagal ng 6 to 8 months para bigyan ng ayuda itong kanilang mga residente. Sa ngayon kasi ang mga binibigay nila, bukod dun sa lingguhang food packs na binibigay sa mga residente, nagbibigay din sila ng special needs assistance package doon sa mga nangangailangang residente. Itong special needs, kabilang dito ay mga gamot at mga milk supply na kinakailangan ng ilang mga pamilya. Ayon kay Mayor Chodoro, 500 to 600 special needs package yung binibigay nila kada araw. It costs around 600,000 to 700,000 pesos daily, including that computation sa lahat ng mga ayudang binibigay nila. Yun daw, kaya daw nilang tumagal ng 6 to 8 months. Pero beyond that period, mga kailangan na daw sila ng tulong mula sa national government o pwede na rin mula sa mga pribadong sektor. Sito?
Okay, how many cases or how widespread is COVID-19 in Marikina? What is the rate of infection and recovery? Kasi that data is going to tell kung aabot ng 6 na buwan pa yung problema sa Marikina and for the rest of the cities in Metro Manila, because most of the experts that were consulted by the president mentioned that if there are cases and if there are considerable number of cases in a city or a town, sorry, it's a no-go place. Diyan sa Marikina, how many cases are you aware of?
Sito, as of the last bulletin that we've seen from Marikina, meron silang 90 positive cases and they have...
Greg, is that 90?
Yes, Sito, it's 90 positive COVID-19 cases, but 13 from this have already recovered, while 18 ay kasama sa mortality dito sa Marikina City. Patungkol dito sa mga kaso ng COVID-19 o sa sitwasyon ng COVID-19 crisis dito sa Marikina, pinupuspusan ng Marikina yung pagkilos ngayon, lalo na doon sa testing. Kasi gusto daw ng lokal na pamahalaan na magkaroon sila ng maayos na data, matukoy kung sino yung mga positibo sa virus, may alis sa komunidad, mailagay sa ospital kung kinakailangan, at mabigyan ng karampatang cure. At after nitong it seems like locate, isolate, and cure, after nitong mabigyan ng treatment, ang susunod daw nilang plano ay yung kung paano i-reintegrate itong mga individual sa kanilang komunidad after nilang makarecover sa virus. Ngayon, ito, inaabangan ng Marikina yung pagbibigay ng certificate mula sa RITM para doon sa kanilang sariling molecular diagnostic laboratory para mabilis nilang matukoy, mahanap kung sino dito sa komunidad, sino dito sa lungsod yung positive nga sa COVID-19. Napakahalaga daw nito para sa holistic action ng local government ngayong COVID-19 crisis.
Sabi mo hinihintay yung certificate. Akala ng marami, green light na kahapon.
Yes, Sito, if we are to remember, noong bumisita dito si Secretary Duque last week, ang sabi ni
Yeah.
Secretary Duque, probably by Tuesday, mabigyan na nga ng certificate itong laboratory ng Marikina. But apparently, according to Mayor Teodoro, noong Tuesday, nakuha nila yung 5 sample specimens mula sa RTM. Isinailalim nila ito sa sarili nilang run ng COVID-19 testing. 2 run ang kinailangan nilang isagawa. Unfortunately, hindi nag-match yung results doon na kanilang nakuha doon sa positive samples na nakuha sa RITM. Ayon kay Mayor Sodoro, paliwanag daw ng mga experts, posibleng nakadepende ito sa maraming factor. Posibleng sa hangin, sa loob ng laboratorio, o di kaya naman ay sa bilang ng mga taong nandoon habang nagsasagawa ng testing. Pero tiniyak nila na nung nagsagawa daw ng testing, yung mga nararapat na bilang lamang ng medical experts yung nandun sa loob. Ang lumalabas kasi may nade-detect na contamination yung kanilang PCR machine noong niran yung sample specimens mula sa RTM. Kaya ang nangyari kahapon, Sito, dahil nga failed yung gawa nila, kahapon ito ng testing. Ang ginamit ay yung isang PCR machine ng Marikina Laboratory at isang PCR machine naman na ang ng partner nilang Manila Health Tech. Ayon kay Mayor Chodoro kagabi, nakakuha na sila ng positive samples. Naging successful yung kanilang parallel testing at padala na nila ito sa RITM. And itong bahagi naman ito yung stage 4 ng 5 steps ng accreditation na ini-implement ng RITM for those laboratories seeking to conduct independent COVID-19 testing. Dahil nakapag-submit na sila ng 5 positive samples, i-confirm na lamang ito ng RITM at hihintayin ng lokal na pamahalaan yung pagbibigay ng certificate. With the certificate, pwede na nilang umpisahan yung sarili nilang pagsasagawa ng COVID-19 testing using their own laboratory.
Okay, assuming that they get to use their own laboratory sometime in the next week, how long, how wide, how many, and how long do they expect to test the population of Marikina? Kasi lahat ba testing nila? Gaano katagal magagawa yung pag-test na yan at anong magiging plano nila?
So itong isa sa ilalim lang sa testing yung mga priority, yung mga previously identified UMs, UIs, and of course yung mga posibleng positibo sa coronavirus. Ayon kay Mayor Chodoro, meron silang 8,000 test kits as of the moment at meron silang isang PCR machine. It could run 200 or more tests a day and meron silang pwede daw makapaglabas ng resulta within 3 hours. Ang gamit kasi nila ay automated PCR machine. Now, bukod kasi sa Marikina, i-open din nila yung kanilang Marikina Laboratory para sa mga specimens na manggagaling sa San Mateo at Antipolo. Paliwanag ni Mayor Sodoro, meron silang memorandum of agreement with this two city and municipality dahil sila yung magkakadikit. Kadikit ng Marikina yung San Mateo, sa Rizal at itong Antipolo City din. So may commingling ng mga resident, ng mga tao dito, kaya mahalaga daw na matest itong lahat. Now with your question kung hanggang kailan tatagal, hindi pa natin nakukuha yung mismong bilang kung ilan talaga yung isa sa ilalim nila, because from what we know, bukod dun sa mga PUIs, PUMs, itetest din yung mga health workers na kasama sa tumutugon sa COVID-19.
What is the mood in Marikina? Kasi 1 week to go, matagal pang magkakaroon ng testing. Anong sitwasyon ngayon dyan?
Sito, from what we see, yung mga tao naman ay sumusunod doon sa mga protocol ng community quarantine. Lumalabas lamang sila kapag may mga essential works. Meron nga lang mga ilan-ilan na nahuhuli dahil sa paglabag dahil sa ilang mga violation. Meron tayong mga nakakausap na mga residente na gusto nila na magkaroon na rin ng agarang testing para mawala yung kanilang mga anxiety tungkol sa kung meron ba sila, kung nahawa ba sila o kung ano man. mahalagang bahagi daw kasi itong testing para ma-relieve yung mga alalahanin ng mga tao dito. But as of now, from what we see, okay naman ang sitwasyon dito, Sito.
Last question, Greg. Napapansin ko lang kasi as you were doing your report and your updates, may mga daanan-daan na mga motorsiklo dyan. And one would imagine that if there's a real implementation of ECQ, eh wala na yan. Ano ba yung mga motor na yan, yung mga dumadaan in the background? Are they part of the first responders, frontliners, or meron pa rin mga gumabiyahe?
Sito, for what we are seeing, some of them are mga delivery mula sa ilang mga food delivery networks. At yung iba, from what we see, sila yung mga residente. Dahil ito dito sa aking gawing kaliwa, ito ay yung pamilihang bayan ng Marikina. So ito dito pwede naman silang pumunta dahil nga bahagi ng mga essential works natin ay yung pagbili ng mga pagkain. Kaya dito sa lugar na ito, posibleng maraming na mga dumadaan dahil dito sa kanan ko ay yung pamilihang bayan ng Marikina.
Ayun, okay. So natapat lang na malapit-lapit ka sa palengke. And alam mo, if you get to see Mayor Chidoro today, maybe you can also suggest to the good mayor. I mean, he's been doing such a great job. The people of Marikina have been exemplary in their cooperation. But you know, something that not many people have been thinking about is to have all of these delivery people tested. Kasi ang kinakaba ko dyan, Greg, baka habang nagdi-deliver sila ng mga essentials, nagdi-deliver din sila ng COVID-19 and they might be asymptomatic. So I just hope we can also cover them also for their own peace of mind and our peace of mind. Thank you very much, Greg. I hope that you stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy. And God bless you, Greg.
Thank you, Sito. God bless you too.
Okay, now let's move on to our next update. We will bring in Camille Samonte, TV5 News correspondent, and she apparently covered the shooting of a military veteran in Quezon City. Camille, good morning to you. How are you doing this morning, Camille?
Good morning, Sito. I'm doing fine.
Okay, what can you give us some background update on that shooting incident yesterday? From what we picked up in the news, a retired military officer got into a confrontation at the checkpoint, and next thing you know, the police officer saw a or suspected there was a gun and there was a shooting.
Yes, Sito. If we're going to base from the QCPD report, no, they told us, dun sa statement na inilabas nila, na allegedly, itong retired na sundalo na si Winston Ragos ay lumabas at nagsisigaw daw dahil masama yung tingin sa kanya ng mga police na nakabantay doon sa quarantine checkpoint. And then doon na nagsimula na sumigaw at naghamon daw itong retiradong sundalo na 'to na iputok sa kanya yung baril nung hawak ng mga pulis. And then yun nga, nagkaroon ng tension. So ngayon, pinadadapa siya at pilit siyang pinapapasok sa loob ng kanilang bahay pero nang matigas daw itong si Ragos. And then, yun, medyo matagal if I don't know if you've seen the video, but it took them like how many minutes before ilang beses siyang pinakikiusapan na dumapa, ganyan, and then nakataas yung kamay nga nitong Giragos. Tapos doon na biglang may dinutukot daw allegedly na barel sa kanyang
Mhm.
sling bag itong si Ragos. And then before pa niya na ilabas kung ano man yung dinutukot niya, doon na siya pinaputokan nitong ni Master Sergeant Daniel Florendo Jr. But we were able to interview yung kanyang brother last night at itinanggi nila na may baril nga itong si Ragos sa kanyang bag. Kasi yung according nga doon sa spot report na ibinigay sa atin ng QCPD, may caliber 38 na nakuha sa kanya at ilang bala doon sa loob ng bag. Pero yung family, sabi nila hindi raw yung totoo, it was just planted. So talagang yun, humihingi ng hustisya yung family right now kasi feeling nila dapat kinapkapan daw muna, dapat kung binaril man lang sana, doon daw sa mga parte ng katawan na hindi daw niya agad ikamamatay.
Mhm.
So far yun yung ating information na nakuha and masama rin yung loob nila kasi allegedly ito daw si Ragos ay meron daw siyang schizophrenia at post-traumatic
Stress
syndrome.
disorder.
Yes, may disorder siya na nakuha nga raw niya ito bago siya mag-retire sa AFP kasi isa rin siya sa mga nagsilbi sa Marawi Siege. So ngayon masama nga yung loob nila na parang ito pa yung dinatnan niya. Ngayon wala ring burol dahil hindi nga ito pinapayagan right now because of the ECQ. So ngayon feeling nila na parang sobra naman 'to. Kaya right now yung panawagan nila sa mga pulis na nag-i-investigate ay sana daw ay umiral yung hustisya dito.
Now, Camille, can you just clarify? Because from what I understand, ang nakabaril, police. Is that an accurate report? Police ba o AFP ang nakabaril kay Ragos?
Dito ang nakabaril ay si Police Master Sergeant Daniel Florento, siya yung police. Etong si Winston Ragos, siya yung retiradong sundalo,
Okay,
'no, from
okay.
AFP. Siya yung nabaril.
Yeah. So what have the IATF or the PNP done about it? May nakipag-usap na ba sa pamilya? Because if we are going to judge it from the video, parang it's anybody's call because the victim had, was in, quite a distance, medyo yung may dinudukot nga. So it's really a judgment call. But what has the PNP leadership said about this?
Dito right now 'no, na sinurrender na nito ni Florendo yung kanyang service firearm at ngayon ay haharap siya sa criminal and administrative investigation. Kagabi naglabas ng statement si PNP Chief Bernard Bana kasi sinabi nga niya, ini-reiterate nga rin nga niya na ito sa judgment call, ginawa lang daw nito ni Florendo para protektahan yung kanyang sarili. But still, haharap pa rin siya sa investigation. Last night, sinabi naman ng kanyang kapatid, nito ni Ragos, na decidido talaga sila magsampa ng kaso doon. Hindi lang doon sa pulis na bumaril, but even doon sa mga police trainee na kasama na nagbabantay doon sa quarantine checkpoint. Talagang gusto nilang kasuhan itong mga ito, kaya nagpunta na sila sa Camp Carina last night. And then, siguro today pa lang kasi kami nag-usap na kung mabibigyan ako ulit ng update regarding doon sa kaso. But so far, yun pa lang yung meron tayo. Even sa QCPD, ganun din yung reiteration nila na ito sa judgment call. And yun nga, haharap daw sa investigation itong si Florento. Dito?
Okay. Camille, we'll leave it at that because from what I understand, we have PNP spokesperson General Bernard Banak on the line, and let's clarify from General Banak what's going on. Thank you very much, Camille. Please stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and God bless you.
Thank you, Sito.
Okay, that's Camille Simonte, and everyone in the news group is really delivering today and this last few weeks because it's a lot harder to do their jobs now, as we pointed out yesterday. Let's find out now if we have General Bernard Banak of the Philippine National Police. He's the spokesperson. I think we have him on the line. General Banak, good morning sa inyo.
Yes, Tito, and our viewers, good morning.
Okay, can we just, it's not such a great line, but can we just get an update on that shooting incident involving a PNP Master Sergeant and a retired military personnel?
Yes, Tito, the incident is now under investigation, and police officer involved is now under strict custody and is now facing the investigation. He will undergo a paraffin test and then the case will be filed in court so that he will be made to explain the circumstances leading to the death of one suspect.
Okay. And yes, yes, General.
Yes, Tito, the case is now under investigation, and then the officer involved will undergo the paraffin test, and then he'll be made to explain, and the case will be filed in court so that he will be able to explain his side and circumstances leading to the death of.
So, we hope that this will continue as an isolated case, and but I have to make mention of the fact that while we observe all of the reports, checkpoints, the campaign on ECQ, napapansin namin na medyo lumalabas na yung siguro frustration ng mga commanders natin on the ground, nagkakainitan na sa mga checkpoint, tapos napakainit pa ng summer natin. Are we taking precautionary measures to make sure this incident doesn't happen and that there are no inflammatory statements from our officers or commanders in the ground? Kasi kahapon, napanood na ako ng isa na medyo bordering on grave threats na yung pananalita. And I can understand. It's a frustrating job, but we need to be professionals in doing our job.
Yes, the PSC recognizes the situation of our police frontliners, and we are doing all our precautionary measures so that our police officers on the front lines will continue to perform their duties professionally and be able to respond to situations properly based on the standard procedures. And we assure the public that the PNP is investigating the case, and this will be presented in court. The case will be filed in court, and this is just an isolated incident.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that. It's not a great connection, but all the things you've said were came across clearly, and we just hope that the PNP leadership and the IATF will start checking on our forces on the ground so that they can keep their cool and stay professional, and we hope that no further incidents take place.
Yes, Tito, and the PNP is doing that right now, and reminding all our police frontliners to maintain in full alert and to maintain professionalism and standard operating procedure always in responding to any call for assistance.
Okay, thank you very much, General. General Bernard Bannock, please stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and God bless you and all of the men of the Philippine National Police. Okay, we'll be going for a break shortly, but we're just calling out to the IATF, the Philippine National Police, the AFP, and even the DILG, because I just noticed, and it's just an observation, and I'd rather be in the wrong, than for things like this to escalate. You know, we already have one shooting. It's obviously a judgment call on the part of the police officer. He had no way of knowing that the retired military personnel or individual had a was suffering from post traumatic stress disorder, and he wasn't sure whether the guy had a gun or not. Apparently, there was a gun, so it was a judgment call. However, I have noticed in the past few days with different news groups covering the checkpoints and the campaigns on ECQ that some of the police commanders on the ground have maybe call it, theatrical, call it drama, or call it, just trying to emphasize, to make a point. But sometimes when our words become threatening, when our words become demeaning, when our words become accusatory, it just takes all the sense out of the situation, and people react differently. I've seen police officers make some statements na medyo parang naghahamon na. And hindi po makakatulong to. Let's remember what the Bible has said in James, in the book of James. Be careful with your speech, because your speech gives life, and it can also take life. And we are one in all in this. I support the PNP. I support the AFP unconditionally, but I will not support individuals, persons who will threaten others, who will use their authority, even mayors, who will use the power of their office to make just sweeping statements, arrogant statements. We can't afford that now. We have no use for that now. We need to be decent human beings. Yes, we need to enforce the law. Just enforce the law, but don't enforce it with a lot of dialogue, a lot of threats. It's not going to help. In any case, let's go for a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll continue with today's program here on Agenda. Please stay with us. Okay. Just reviewing my notes there. Now, during this entire COVID 19 ECQ shutdown, I had casually mentioned to our household help to spend some of her time going online and checking out the TESDA online courses. And if I'm not mistaken, TESDA reportedly has about 6 online courses that are available for free. And after you take them, you could actually have a certification. So marami sa inyo dyan, nakatambay lang sa bahay, nauubusan ng magagawa, and sinabi ko sa kanya, kunin mo na lang yung telepono mo at subukan mo. Now, the thing is, I have to be honest about it. I really couldn't spell out what the courses were. And so our team has decided to call upon the TESDA Director General himself, General and Secretary Sid La Peña. I don't know if we'll be able to get Sid La Peña here today. I think it's just going to be an online call, not a video conference. But General Secretary Sid, good morning. Nandiyan na po ba kayo?
Yeah, magandang umaga sa iyo, Sito, at maraming salamat sa opportunity na binibigay mo sa TESDA para
Yes.
ipapap sa ating mga kababayan kung ano ang mga pwedeng ma-appeal nila na mga ginagawa ng TESDA para sa kanilang mga sarili at sa kanilang mga pamilya.
Okay, now, ano po ba yung mga available programs and ano po ba ang ginagawa ng inyong kagawaran, especially during this time of ECQ? I told our staff that, to go online, pero nung tinanong niya ako, ano ba yung mga courses, kuya? Sabi ko, at pa, malay ko at pakialam ko. So, now I'd like to ask you, Secretary Sid, what are those courses and what are the programs?
Well, yes, Sito, with the ECQ natin, yung enhanced community quarantine, ang sinasabi ng ating gobyerno na ang mga kababayan natin will stay home unless na may mga essential na gagawin sa labas, kagaya ng pagbili ng pagkain. The reason is para maputol natin yung chain or to stop the spread of the coronavirus. So ang TESDA, yung nakikita namin na sitwasyon na yan at marami tayong kababayan who will be staying home, has intensified yung aming TESDA online program. At itong programa na ito ay libre. It is something that they can avail of at their own pace. Ang ibig sabihin yan, kung ano yung time nila, pwede nilang gawin yan. We have 68 courses, short courses ito dito. It ranges from 8 to 40 hours. At ito ay nagagawa na on the individual pace ng mga interested dito. At napakaganda nito kasi may mga course nito that are applicable sa mga ikabubuhay, yung pang-pamilya. For example, yung processing ng food by sorting, curing, and smoking. Yan, kasama yan. At kasama rin yan
food processing.
Food dishes preparation, among others. So ito applicable ito sa mga pamumuhay ng mga pamilya. Of course, mayroon ding iba na mga kurso na ito nilang avail to. Kasi ito yung, for example, yung basic computer operation. Pwede rin yung, meron din tayo yung solar night light assembly, computer assembly, or computer operation assembly, and so forth. 68 courses lahat yan dito. At napakaganda ang response ng ating mga kababayan dito nung nag-umpisa yung ang ating community quarantine from March 16 to April 21. It has 3 is already 152,000 ang nag-enroll dito, ang nag-register. At ako'y natutuwa na maraming mga nag-a-avail nito at pagkatapos ng kanilang makumpleto nila yung kurso, of course, mayroon din quizzes, may short quizzes yan, may examination. At they will be given, if they pass, they will be given a certificate of completion.
Okay, Secretary Sid, matanong ko lang kasi nilabas ng team ko itong bago na hindi mo naman nakwento sa akin, hindi ko alam na ginagawa. At itong gardening, latest from TESDA, naka-flash sa screen natin. Ano itong vegetable gardening, farming, micro-farming na sinasabi nila?
Yes, Tito. Well, itong programang ito was there even before ng ating coronavirus pandemic situation. At as published before, ang isa sa priority ng TESDA sa aming training program is agriculture. But with the situation we are in, and nakikita natin na itong situation ng coronavirus will be long drawn as what I gather sa mga information that are given out, it might take a little longer. So it is important that we will have a food security. So tama-tama yung programa namin na which we call mini organic farm. Ang mini organic farm ito ay it can be done, it can be implemented in a 500 square meter lot. And that can feed a family of 3. Ito ay, of course, vegetable, kagaya ng mga malunggay, yung mga kamote, alugbati, saluyot, and the likes, no? mga fast-growing vegetables. And then, of course, kaya tinawag organic yan, dapat may panggalingan ng fertilizer na organic. And so, meron ding space yan na mga para sa baboyan, mga 2 baboy. At para yung dumi nila, yun na yun ang fertilizer. At yun naman, pagbili mo ng bihis niyan, and then in 6 months, pwede mo na rin katayin yan. So kung meron kang 2 baboy, tapos magkaroon ka ng cycle na yung interval na 3 months, so pagdating ng 6 months, pwede mo nang katayin, meron ka ng karne, meron ka pang ipagpipili. And then you have an organic fertilizer. And then of course, you will have a chicken house also. And then, pwede nga, ano yan, yung tubig na ginagamit sa pandilig, you can store that, i-ano mo sa isang pan, this pwede mo rin lagyan ng tilapia o isda. So that can be done in a 500 square meter lot sito. And so ito ginagawa ito sa lahat ng mga almost all ng mga training facilities ng TESDA nationwide para maging modelo. It will be a model para sa mga kababayan natin na by just looking at it, malalaman nila na kayang-kaya palang gawin. So, but we have it has become a demo farm. At tapos yung mga kababayan natin, inimbita doon, andun doon sila tuturuan, nagkakaroon ng training how to do it. At,
that's a very good idea, Secretary Sid, no? Kasi alam nyo, maraming tao parang sinasabi, madali naman mag-farming. I recently reactivated my roof garden, vegetable garden sa bubong nitong bahay kong nasa Pasig. And alam mo, madali. Lagay mo na lang yung buto, diligan mo, etc. And I was doing all of that. And kamalas-malasan, paglabas ng mga seedlings, patay lahat. So talagang medyo kailangan pag-aralan itong mga bagay-bagay. And I'm glad to hear that you are also duplicating, replicating, or essentially setting up this pilot sites all over the Philippines. Kasi medyo yan ang nagiging problema ngayon. People are saying, bakit yung mga educational facilities that are agri-related why are they being set up in urban areas imbis na sa regional locations? And it's good to know you're doing it in all test facilities.
Yes, yes, Chito. Well, ito yung ating trust ngayon. At siguro matatanong, paano yung mga walang lote o kaya yung mga bahay dito sa syudad na kunti yung pwedeng mapagdat nila. Actually, bang meron din, we have a model dyan, yung kainta training district office namin, training office ng TESDA. Ang yun puro simento doon Pero they were able to come up with the garden na gawa from yung mga bote ng coke, katapos nilagyan ng lupa, at then ilagay doon sa wall. So it's a vertical garden na pwede rin pala. Nung bumisita ako ron ang kanilang isinod sa akin salad na galing doon sa kanilang mga garden na gano'n So, pwede rin dito sa ating sa syudad. At we will
Okay, ano po ang magiging pagbabago ng curriculum and orientation ng TESDA? Because COVID-19 essentially cleaned the slate. Lahat yung mga technical trainings natin noon kung buhay pa yung mga industriya kung saan magagamit yung mga technical skills na yan. Pero dahil nga sa COVID-19, ang forecast ng maraming economist and mga academician mukhang ang magiging direction natin is food security, survival, agriculture, etc. Parang scale down and self-sufficiency. In relation to that, what are the plans? Are there any ongoing curriculum revision of the TESDA to align with these projected changes in the global economy and industries?
Yeah. Tama ka dyan, Tito. That's why ang TESDA is shifting yung aming mga training programs towards food production, food security. And I have been talking with Secretary Dar of Agriculture at sila rin, ganun din. Ang kanilang emphasis ngayon is about food security. Kaya tama-tama yung aming partnership, yung collaboration with other agencies also, na this is a priority trust ng gobyerno natin. Kasi as I said, this can be a long-term situation, itong coronavirus situation natin. So, very important yung food security as a nation. That's why yung ating may shift tayo ng ating mga priorities sa mga sectors, and we are giving importance sa ating agriculture, food security can be assured para sa ating mga kababayan. Kasama na dyan yung mga individual farming ng mga families na pwede naman din na they can provide for their own. Na kahit na matagalan ay meron silang continuing supply of food, just like yung source na yung many organic farm dito.
How are the local government units react? Of course, siyempre sa ngayon medyo hilong-tililong itong mga mayor natin, mga governor natin. Pero pag na medyo na kumalma na yung COVID-19 pandemic, palagay ko marami naman ang magtatanong anong kabuhayan kasi wala nang mga trabaho dito sa Metro Manila or matatagalan magkaroon ng return to normal. Meron na ba kayong pag-uugnayan? Are you beginning to send out feelers to mayors and governors that they must set up these programs and these learning facilities? Kasi may mga mayor na nilaglag na yung TESDA kasi hindi nila nagagamit sa pamumulitiko. Pero ngayon, it's no longer about politics. we need to have food security, and para dun sa mga walang trabaho, at least by doing this vegetable farming kahit na backyard, may kakainin sila kung wala man silang pera. Ano ang reaction? Nakakausap niyo na ba yung mga mayor at governor, Secretary Sid?
Yes, Tito. My guidance sa ating mga regional directors at saka mga provincial directors na itong programa natin na ito ay has to be coordinated or in support sa ating mga LGUs, sa mga provincial governors natin, mga municipal mayors natin. At totoo yan na may marami tayong mga kababayan na wala ng trabaho, and this is a consequence kaya nitong measures that we have to take to address yung spread ng COVID-19. At ang ating TESDA sa ngayon ay suspended din ng training in accordance with the directives para to ensure na yung mga kababayan natin o yung mga trainees natin sa TESDA ay hindi ma-prevent from being contaminated ng itong coronavirus. But ang TESDA, once now we will open, pag nandito ang suspension ng training ng classes, ay we will continue with our training programs and giving priorities doon sa mga kababayan natin na wala ng trabaho and has to find another job as a consequence ng itong mga coronavirus situation pandemic. And that's something that we are going to address, especially pati yung mga OFW natin na dito, maraming mga nagbabalikan. At ito ay we are coordinating with DOLE at para mag-gather natin yung ating database ng ating mga OFW, reach out to them and offer them yung mga courses that may be applicable to them where they are interested. So these are the ng mga programs natin that we are preparing pag we return to normalcy once itong suspension ng training ng mga classes will be lifted. But just the same, meantime that we are in this situation, we have this itong food security na everybody can help. At namin itinuturo ngayon. No? Pero there are training facilities. Yung barangay o yung municipalities where our training facilities are located, they will be trained. They will be supported, assisted para maturuan sila kung paano gawin itong mga mini-organic farm natin. And then onward, pati sa rin sa mga IP communities natin. In
okay. Sid, we're going to have to go to a break now, pero suggestion lang po, following from what Secretary Liling Briones said on the program yesterday, we are all going to have to go online, and siguro maski na yung gardening program ninyo, you could actually start doing that online, and from there you might also want to consider giving a training program on how to go online, because ang daming mga small and medium, small businesses, micro businesses na nangangamote na ngayon. Hindi nila malaman kung paano sila magsusurvive because they never went online, and so now they have to learn. And like me, I am learning how to go online, broadcast from the home, and I tell you, it seems like parang nakikipagkwentuhan lang tayo, pero it is so stressful, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, Secretary Sid La Peña, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I promise that when things are a little easier and we're more relaxed with this online broadcast, I hope to have a more fluid conversation with you, Secretary.
Yes, we are going to expand our test the online program, Sito, para doon sa, it is an adjustment because of this situation that we are in, itong coronavirus situation. Maraming
Okay.
salamat din, Sito.
Okay, thank you very much, Secretary Sid La Peña. Please stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and God bless you. Okay, we will go for a quick break, and when we return, more interviews, more discussion, and please stay with us here on Agenda. Okay, we are back on air. You are watching Agenda on channels 8 and 250 Signal TV and on the Facebook page live on One News PH. And we continue with our show today. And we have with us next, he is the governor of Zambales, a position he has held for the second time, and he was also a secretary of various government agencies such as the Department of National Defense and Public Works and Highways. Let's call in Governor Hermogenes June Ebdanes. Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sito. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Eh, mabuti naman po at buhay pa tayong lahat eh. Medyo nakaka-nervous na itong sitwasyon nating lahat. I guess first of all, Governor, kamusta ka naman? How are you handling the situation?
Okay naman ho dito sa atin dahil dito naman po sa Zambales ay nakakasama-sama tayo. Pati po yung mga businessmen, even the local opposition, sinasama namin doon sa mga pag-uusap and
Mhm.
we're doing it together. So far, kung may mga problema, naayos naman kagad doon sa ground.
Okay, kamusta naman po ang COVID-19 cases sa probinsya ninyo?
So far po, nag-umpisa kami ng zero noong March. Pero sabi ko nga noon, mukhang hindi tama yung zero. So sabi ko, sooner or later, we will find out kung sino yung mga nandito na sa loob. And true to form, nagkaroon kami ng initially ng mga tatlong positive. At yun ang mga ito, mga nanggaling sa US, nanggaling sa Singapore, at
Mhm.
may edad na wala namang history ng travel. But as of now, we have 13 confirmed. At this will be, siguro, dadagdagan pa ito sa mga susunod na araw. Kasi nagkakandak tayo ng mga rapid testing.
Okay, sa inyo pong analysis, Governor Evdane, yung bang number na yan nag-plateau na rin kasi dire-report ng IATF na nag-plateau na because of ECQ. What is the situation dyan sa Zambales, sir?
If we're talking of plateau, Sito, sa talagang sitwasyon, talagang matitigil pababa. But ang problema natin is we have to find out who are the others. Kaya nga with our effort to go all out on rapid testing, nalaman din natin na sa mga frontliners natin, mayroon lumalabas na 24 na positive doon sa rapid testing. Apat na yung confirmed ng RITM. And I expect some more. But yung actual na may sakit, ang tingin ko dito nagplato na, and what we are trying to do is to isolate yung not only the person but the people around him, the community. Kaya siguro mga bandang katapusan ng buwan, medyo makikita na natin yung trend na pababa na talaga.
Okay, paano ninyo nagagawang makontrol ang mga paligid nyo? Because, I mean, the essential part of this is ECQ, but also to make sure that no new cases come into Zambales. One side of Zambales, dagat, the other side is bulubundukin, pero meron pa, medyo porous pa rin ang borders ninyo. Paano nyo napapatupad ang ECQ sa area nyo, Governor?
Yung dagat at saka bundok serves as barriers. And then dito naman sa borders namin sa north and south, we have established a sizable checkpoint by the Philippine National Police. Bigay ko yung trabaho ng checkpoint operations sa kanila way back second week ng March. At so far, ang nagiging problema lang natin dito yung mga bumabalik, mga estudyante, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa labas, yung mga OFW. But we have established a protocol na bago sila pauwiin, kine-check sila sa doon sa magkabilang dulo, and ginawa namin na they have to undergo a 14-day quarantine before they are allowed to go home. Pero sa ngayon, mas mabilis na dahil ginagamitan na namin ng rapid test kit.
Ano po ba ang patakaran ninyo diyan sa Zambales? How are you doing the ECQ? Because there are some provinces where they have allowed the economy to function. Meron lang social distancing, and there are places naman na talagang nobody goes out. You stay in your houses. What is the situation like in Zambales?
Dito sa atin karamihan dito sa atin ay fishermen or farmers. At
Yes.
yung iba naman yung employed sa government. Insofar as the fishermen are concerned, wala tayong problema doon na bibigyan sila ng pagkakataon din na mangisda. Wag lang sila of course lumayo. At pati naman yung mga farmers, wala namang mga naggagala doon. So kinokontrol na lang natin ito. Ang dito sa mga barangays, meron tayong naka-organize. Naka-organize yung mga barangays natin. Kasama yung council, SK, BSW, at Batabyo, pati yung mga volunteers natin. At so far, cooperative, meron lang paisa-isang mga pasaway.
Okay, so hindi naman problema yung ICQ. Ano ba yung sinasabi nilang ginawa ninyong 6-point emergency preparedness program? Could you explain that to us?
Nung kasi ito, alam nyo, pagka merong mga ganitong problema, we have to come up with a plan. And based on our discussions, meron kaming 6-point program na ginawa. Yung una, of course, para ma-control natin yung pagpasok o yung unauthorized na pagpasok ng mga tao sa probinsya, meron tayong tinayo na checkpoint sa dalawang magkabilang dulo, north and south. And we have provided them with the PPEs, yung personal protective equipment.
Okay.
Pangalawa yung dahil sa mapapatigil at ma-checkpoint yung mga bagong pasok, nagtayo na rin kami ng quarantine site magkabila sa Subic at saka Santa Cruz. And then
Okay.
yung third, we conducted an inventory of our cereals, yung especially rice, lahat ng mga pagkain. At pati na rin yung mga nasa commercial centers. And then yung isa na importante na ginawa namin dito na yung I designated the provincial hospital as the dedicated COVID-19 hospital. Pinauwi namin yung mga walang masyadong sakit. Inilipat namin sa dalawang district hospital yung kailangan pang maalagaan. And then except for COVID-19 cases, all others are referred to the other hospitals. Kaya mayroon kaming 250 bed capacity dito sa Zambales. As of now, we have 34 na doon, including those pending confirmatory
Cases.
report ng RITM. Tapos yung sabi ko sa mga doktor, dahil medyo nininervyos sila noon eh. Sabi ko, well, pangatawa na natin ito, but para magsiguro, I directed the census, the inventory actually of all medical practitioners, doctors and nurses, so that we can top of them just in case na malasin yung ibang frontliners natin. At yan ang isang kailangan nating paghandaan kasi. At yung pang-anim ay yung monitoring ng yung price monitoring and price control. Kaya itong natin, those are just some of the activities that we have allowed.
Okay, kamusta naman po yung mga frontliners?
Sa mga frontliners natin, so far, enthusiastic naman sila. But alam niyo ako, naawa din ako dahil exposed sila. At nonetheless, bumili kami ng mga PPEs and we provided them with the PPEs, and as of late, we have conducted the rapid testing. Nakatapos na kami ng 2,460. Kasama na doon yung mga nasa mga municipal health units. And out of the 2,460, 24 were found to be positive. But
So,
have to
10%.
and has to be confirmed by RITM. So far,
Okay.
4 pa lang yung bumalik na confirmed. Meron pa siguro mga 2,000 na natitira kasama yung police, yung military, yung mga volunteers sa mga barangay.
Mhm. Okay, so maiba naman po ako ng tanong, Governor Evdane, kasi when a friend found out na may interview ko kayo, pinadala nila sa akin yung link ng video. I think it's from GMA or ABS-CBN, yung bang nakita ng mga buya, yung big pipes, etc., na palutang-lutang din sa may laot ninyo. Luma bang story yun o bago?
That happened, if I remember, that happened in 2015. Yung
Yun.
nagkaroon tayo ng malakas na bagyo. And I
Oo.
believe this came from the Chinese companies who were doing some activities dito sa West Philippine Sea. So, na-recover ito ng mga fishermen natin. Eh, sabi ko, finders, keepers.
Mabuti na.
Sila, hati-hati sila.
Okay, mabuti naman pagtanungan ko kayo kasi alam nyo, ang daming fake news ngayon na kumakalat. Diyan ba sa Zambales meron pang nanghihigop ng buhangin ng mga Chinese vessel kasi meron daw sa Visayas ngayon na idinadaing ng isang gobernador. Diyan ba sa Zambales may nakakapasok pa diyan ng mga Chinese fishing boats, etc.?
Kung fishing boat, doon sila sa may Scarborough. Pero yung
Okay.
sinasabi maghihigop ng buhangin, katunayan sito, yan ang magiging pagkukuhanan ng ating national and provincial and municipal government ng revenues. We have a program, a project that will actually build yung tatlong river system dito na yung binagsakan ng buhangin ang pinatubo.
Yes.
Pero ito bibilhin, gagamitin ito sa reclamation sa may Manila Bay. And of course, there are some foreign companies who signified their intention to buy. Pag ibebenta ito, dito pag nagbungkal sila, bibili nila yan sa gobyerno. Kaya kasama natin dito yung DNR, yung DILG, yung DPWH. Tapos pag nag-operate na ito, kasama na rin yung Philippine Port Authority, Customs, Coast Guard, Navy. Lahat yan magkakasama.
So linawin ko lang, Secretary, Governor Evdane, bali magde-dredging doon sa tatlong major rivers ninyo dyan sa Zambales. Pagkatapos yung kinuha, babayaran sa gobyerno, both local and national. And yung buhangin, dadalin sa reclamation. Hindi gagawa ng panibagong isla dyan sa may tapat ninyo.
Ay, hindi po. Priority po ng gamit ay reclamation projects po ng mga Pilipino.
Okay. Yun naman pong kabuhayan ng mga nasasakupan ninyo. What are your plans after everything calms down with COVID-19? Kasi I think you are in a good position because your province is generally agri-based.
Actually ho, mahina po ang mahina po ang farming dito. Sa katunayan, hirap yung mga tao rito. Yung pati sa pangingisda. But we are trying to improve the situation. Meron pong pending na irrigation project and that will actually improve our situation. So ang inanong po natin dito ay i-exploit po natin lahat ng pwedeng gawin. But we are also trying to predict what we can do with the fishermen. But ang inaayos po natin ngayon ay post-COVID. What we have done already is we own some vegetables that we have distributed this to all households. Para kako may kanya-kanya silang may kanya-kanya silang tanim. Yung sobra nilang ani, bibilhin din namin para mai-distribute po yun dahil mahirap na talaga yung probinsya namin. Magtutulong-tulungan na lang po ito at nakakaraos naman po kami.
Okay, naniniwala naman po kami, Governor Ebdane, na sa pamumuno mo ay babangon at uunlad ng husto ang Zambales because I know it's just a matter of time when Filipinos begin to realize we need to buy local, support local, and travel local. Maraming salamat po, Governor, and I sincerely wish you all the best and we will pray for you and your constituency. Please stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy, sir. God bless you.
Maraming salamat po dito at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Okay, maraming salamat, and that's Governor Hermogenes June Ebdane, and para sa inyo na hindi pa masyado nakakaalala, general, if I'm not mistaken, he was a general, and then he became secretary of the DND and the Public Works, Highways. Mabuti na lang, mabait sa akin si Governor June this morning because I used to be a thorn on his side when he was with DPWH. In any case, that's water under the bridge, and we all grow up, we all get past our issues, and we all move on. And speaking of moving on, I'm checking on who our next guest is. I think it will be if I'm not mistaken, you're going to have to be patient with me, ladies and gentlemen. I got too much stuff here. Is it a teacher? Oh yes, I think it's a teacher. He's a teacher from Lamag Elementary School in Quirino, Ilocos. And he makes it to the program because to help alleviate the situation of his students, he has donated fish from his own fish pen to his students' families. While on quarantine period, he's been volunteering in military checkpoints in their area. Emil, magandang umaga sa'yo, Lakay.
Magandang umaga rin po, Sir Chito.
Okay, Emil, you are a elementary school teacher and apparently meron ka pang fish pond. Big time ka dyan sa Ilocos, Emil.
Ako po, Sir, bali grade 6 advisor po tayo. At saka dito kasi sa amin, Sir, napapalibutan po kami ng mga ilog. So, bali sideline ko po yon. So, para hindi masyadong magastos. Kaya, nagtataylay po tayo, nag-alaga po tayo ng fish.
Okay, yung inaalagaan mo, I presume, are tilapia.
Tilapia po, Sir.
Okay, now, paano mo naisip, how did you come up with the idea of giving away fish to the families of your students? I mean, most people think na yung mga tiga-Ilocos are doing well kasi masisipag kayo, masinop kayo. Ano ba situation at biglang namigay ka ng tilapia?
Ganito po kasi yun, Sir. Actually, this is the third year, pangatlong taon na po na ginagawa natin yung sa ating mga bata. So, ang ginagawa po kasi namin kapag just after the graduation, nagpipiknik po kami. Pinipiknik ko po sila, parang treat ko na po sa kanila sa after the graduation. At saka send off nila. So, nagkataon lang po na hindi nga natuloy yung po nating graduation dahil sa problema natin sa ating bansa. So, ang ginawa ko po na gano'n na lang po. Inarvest po namin yung tilapia sa ilog kasama po yung co-teacher ko na si Sir Frederick. Tapos yun, pinamigay na lang po namin para mayroon kaming magawa.
Okay, maliban niya sa pamimigay ng tilapia, nabalitaan ko rin na nagbo-volunteer ka pa sa mga checkpoints diyan at tumutulong ka doon sa mga residente na naipit daw doon sa Baguio City. Hindi ka ba natatakot na going there in the front lines diyan kasama mo yung mga kapulisan, baka pati ikaw ma-COVID-19? Emil? Okay, I think we lost. Okay, I think we lost Emil there, so we're just gonna have to figure that out. I'll leave that to the team what to do. In any case, we're a bit short on time now. Well, as you've heard, President Duterte is supposed to make his decision sometime today, make the announcement. People are betting that it'll probably be a late night announcement or mid evening announcement. And we don't really know where it's going to go. The facts on the ground is that 95% to 96% of COVID cases in the Philippines are in Metro Manila. So speculations are ripe that Metro Manila is not going to get out of the ECQ just yet. Now, we've heard reports of the PNP and the military toughening up on the ECQ. There have been so many arrests lately, and it's unfortunate that this late in the game, we are still seeing all those arrests because by now people should have gotten the message that the ECQ is something we all need to comply with. Now, the good news is that the curve, the COVID contamination curve, which is supposed to rise steeply, has plateaued. Okay, now it hasn't gone down yet, but the good news is it has plateaued. So the other good news is that there are many places in the provinces that are COVID-free. So the bet is at least 30 provinces are going to lift their ECQs, are going to get their economy back up and running. And the rest of us, well, we're just going to have to slug it out with COVID-19. In any case, in the coming days, we will try our best to give you all the news. We just want to thank all the people who have been sending us encouragements, congratulations, and telling us that they appreciate what we're trying to do here, especially our friends in the provinces, even the expats in the provinces. Thank you very much for keeping in touch, staying tuned, and being part of the Agenda family. Thank you very much. I think that's all for today. And please stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. And if you've got a few minutes today, I ask you, please pray sincerely. If possible, gather everyone in the family, everyone in the house. Pray. Pray that our president will get all the best advice, that the president will get the advice that is aligned with the will of God, with the plan of God, and it will be a decision that will be beneficial to all, and that it will be a decision that will be supported by all. I'm Cito Beltran. This is Agenda for today. Please stay safe. Thank you.